two households, both alike in dignity.
In fair Verona, where we lay our scene,
From ancient grudge break into new mutiny.
where civil blood makes civil hands unclean.
From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, with misadventures, piteous overthrows. Do with their death bury their parents' strife.
The fearful passage of their death-marked love and the continuance of their parents' rage, which but their children's end not can remove, is now the 2 hours traffic of our stage.
The which if you with patient ears attend,
What here shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend.
Oh, then I see Queen Mab hath been with you. She is the fairest midwife, and she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone. Her chariot is an empty hazelnut, drawn with a team of little automies, athwart men's noses as they lie asleep. And in this state she gallops night by night, through lovers' brains, and then they dream of love, or lawyers' fingers, who stray dreamt on fees, or ladies' lips, who stray on kisses dream. Which of the angry Mab with blisters plagues, because their breaths with sweet meats tainted are. Sometimes she driveth o'er a soldier's neck, and then dreams he of cutting foreign throats, of breaches, ambuscados, Spanish blades, of helots 5 fathom deep, and then unknown drums in his ear, at which he starts and wakes. This is she.
He's jets, as scars that never felt the wound, but soft. Light through yonder window breaks. It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who was already sick and pale with grief. That thou her maid art far more fair than she. It is my lady. It is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. But she speaks, but yet she says nothing. What of that? 2 of the fairest stars in all the heaven, having sub-business, do entreat her eyes, to twinkle in their spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there? They in her head? The brightness of her cheeks will shame those stars. As daylight doth a lamp, her eyes in heaven will through the airy region stream so bright. See how she leans upon her cheek with her hand. Oh, that I were that glove upon her hand. I can touch thy cheek.
Me.
Oh, she speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel.
Oh, Romeo. Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name. Or, if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more? Or shall I speak at this?
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's a Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, if he were not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes without that title. Romeo, doff thy name, and for that name which is no part of thee, take all myself.
Ah, Julia, I already know thy grief. It strains me past the compass of my wits. Hold, daughter, I do spy a kind of hope which craves a desperate in execution. Go home, be married, give consent to wed. Tomorrow night, look to thou lie alone. Take thou this vial, being then in bed. with a distant liquor drink off thou, when presently through all thy vines shall run a cold and drowsy humor, for no pulse, no warmth, no breath. Thou testify you alivest, thou shalt continue, and thou borrow likeness of shrink death. Thou shalt continue 2 and 40 hours, and when awake from a present sleep. Now when the broom bright in the morning comes to rouse thee from bed, thou art thou dead. Thou shalt be born to the same ancient vault where all the kindred of Capulet lie. In the meantime, against thou awake, shall Romeo by my letter now our drift, and hither shall he come, and he and I will watch thy wakening. That very night shall Romeo bear these hence to mutiny.
Where be these enemies, Capulets, Montagues? See what scourge is laid upon your hate, that heaven finds mean to kill your joys with love. A glooming peace this morning with it brings. The sun for sorrow will not shew his head. Go hence, and to have more talk in these sad things. Some shall be pardoned, and some shall be punished. For never was a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.